prevalence of AI in the tech ecosystem has been increasing over the past few years, and this is set to dramatically increase in 2023 and beyond. In particular, as we see AI such as ChatGPT integrated into other systems. Against this backdrop, regulators and governments around the world are working to develop frameworks in which AI technology can thrive and individuals are protected from harms. This is proving to be a difficult undertaking as the technology and its use cases far outpace the legislative process. And there are competing views on what AI should be regulated and how. However, businesses developing and using AI need to keep in mind the direction of the regulated landscape. And this can be a real challenge. Applications of AI have been in development for a number of decades. But over the past few years, they've started to become more and more mainstream. And although many current laws apply to the use of AI, such as data protection law, equality and anti-discrimination laws, and those on human rights, as they weren't drafted with AI in mind or as a sufficient focus, they aren't really effective in addressing all of the challenges to ensure that AI is developed and used in a responsible and ethical manner. And given we know that AI will need to become regulated in the future, the lack of clarity is potentially hindering innovation and having a negative impact on public trust in AI. Regulation needs to strike the right balance between protecting against harms and enabling groundbreaking innovation. So you really need to consider that AI has the potential to have more of an impact on how we live and work than the internet. So we don't want to stifle its potential benefits. And one of the main concerns that I have is how some regulatory frameworks are focusing too much on strict requirements on the technology itself, rather than on specific use cases. For example, rules designating all generative AI as high risk will likely over-restrict its potential, whereas a framework that ensures that all AI is developed to meet robust standards such as on accuracy, transparency, and reliability, and then go on to more strictly regulate specific types of use cases and harms, will likely be more effective. The EU has been progressing the AI Act since early 2021, and the well-developed proposal is currently in the trilogue process between the EU institutions. However, we understand there are differing views amongst them on how AI should be regulated, fueled most recently by the popularity and adoption of ChatGPT. In its current form, which I don't anticipate will change radically, the AI Act is very much like the GDPR in its granularity and approach, and in particular will impose strict restrictions and lots of process-heavy requirements. Separately, the EU Commission has also introduced a new directive, the AI Liability Directive, to address how liability regimes for AI harms should be enhanced. In comparison, the UK is perhaps less progressed, and it's anticipated it will take a less prescriptive approach, based on the AI policy paper released by the government last year. And this is part of its package of reforms for a pro-innovation regulatory environment. So whilst we are waiting for an imminent white paper following the government's consultation process, from a UK perspective, we're expecting a principle-based approach with industry-specific rules and requirements to be enforced by current industry regulators. So businesses should be really prepared for a fragmented approach across the UK, the EU, and the rest of the world. And this will be a real challenge for businesses with an international focus and those developing AI solutions, most of which are jurisdictional agnostic. So businesses first need to ensure that they're using AI in compliance with current regulations, and in particular in compliance with data protection and anti-discrimination laws. But in terms of preparing for a tighter regulatory framework, such as the EU AI Act, there are a number of actions businesses should consider. First, I'd encourage everyone using AI to implement an AI asset register, in particular so they know how, why, and where AI is used across the business. Organizations should also carry out and document risk assessments on AI being developed and used, similar to DPIAs, so that they can assess and mitigate potential harms and bias. It's also best practice to implement policies to address how to manage AI risks, and to establish an AI governance body to act as a gatekeeper on how AI is implemented across the business. It's also obviously important to track the legislative process, to keep up to date with developments and how they may impact your operations. And a great place to do this is on Stevenson Harwood's Technology Hub, which will host our insights on AI regulation and the wider reforms as part of this digital decade.